When you think of great African sites, you probably think about the Red Sea, Mount Kilimanjaro, the Sahara Desert, the wildebeest migration, the Nile River, and the Okavango Delta. But what would you say if we told you one of the most stunning pieces of Africa is the Ngorongoro Crater? The Ngorongoro Crater in the heart of Tanzania holds the origins of humanity, as well as the best hope for over 30,000 animals today. With that being said, here are the 10 interesting facts about this crater. Number 10. It has a diverse range of habitats. The Ngorongoro Crater has a diverse range of habitats that support a wide variety of wildlife. This crater is endowed with the montane forest that covers the eastern side of the crater's highlands. The landscape of the western wall, which receives little rain, is dominated by grassland and bushland, while the crater's floor is covered with open grassland and a small wooded area dominated by the fever tree. Number 9. It is one of the top tourist attractions in all of Tanzania. This crater hosts approximately 450,000 tourists annually. All must obtain a permit to enter the crater and gorge. This places Ngorongoro among Tanzania's top tourist destinations, alongside Mount Kilimanjaro, the Serengeti, and Zanzibar's beaches. Number 8. Its lions are the most well-studied in the world. Over the past few decades, researchers have been actively studying the lions living inside the Ngorongoro Crater. There are fewer than 100 lions living in the crater, and given the relatively small domain of the crater, scientists have been able to track and monitor these lions extensively, so much so that the crater's lions are the most studied lion population in the world. Number 7. You can stay on the crater's rim. There are a number of lodges all along the rim of the Ngorongoro Crater where you can spend your night. Most of the lodges offer traditional Tanzanian food and a spectacular view of the sunset over the ridge of the crater as well as the stars. In the morning, you can be treated to the amazing sunrise over the caldera's opposite rim, ushering in a new day in one of Africa's most spectacular settings. Number 6. The crater supports millions of wildebeest. The Ngorongoro Crater hosts more than 2 million wildebeest, including zebras and gazelles, that pass through the crater each year between December and March. These animals form part of the Great Wildebeest Migration, which occurs every year from Serengeti to Masai Mara. Number 5. It is home to one of the most significant prehistoric sites in the world. The Ngorongoro Crater is home to more than just animals. Humans have long been drawn to the area. In fact, scientists now believe it may be the cradle from which our earliest human ancestors descended into the world. In the Ngorongoro Crater, there is a steep ravine in the Great Rift Valley called the Oldupai Gorge. Along this ridge, scientists discovered human footprints dating back 2 million years. This is some of the earliest evidence of early humans, and it places the Ngorongoro Crater in a special place in our species' history. Number 4. There are no giraffes or impalas inside the crater. These two animal species are the only grazers that cannot be seen inside the crater. The lack of open woodlands and certain tree species fancied by these animals is believed to be the main reason for their dearth. It's also thought giraffes cannot enter the crater, as the sides are too steep for them to walk down. Number 3. This crater is home to nearly 30,000 large mammals. One of the things that make the Ngorongoro Crater quite unique is its abundance of life. This bowl-shaped depression is endowed with sufficient water and rich soil, which in turn has facilitated the growth of beautiful, lush plants as well as attracted thousands of animals. In fact, this caldera is home to more than 30,000 wild animals that include 7,000 wildebeest, 4,000 zebras, 3,000 elands, 3,000 gazelles, 600 hyenas, about 300 elephants, more than 60 lions, about 30 black rhinos, and many other species. It is also home to over 500 bird species, ranging from ostriches to secretary birds. Number 2. The Ngorongoro is the largest unbroken caldera in the world. This crater is recognized as the world's largest unbroken caldera that has not yet been fully filled with water. It basically measures about 16 to 19 kilometers in diameter, with the height of its walls ranging between 400 and 610 meters, more than 1.5 times higher than New York's Empire State Building. Number 1. The Ngorongoro is not actually a crater. It is, in fact, a caldera, a depression formed when the top of a volcano explodes. This explosion occurred several million years ago when the top of the mountain collapsed on itself, leaving a divot that's 12 miles wide and 2,000 feet deep at the top of the hill. As you might expect, water began to pool in this divot, and soon lush plant life grew there. Animals followed the plants, which later attracted predators as well as human beings. Today, this lush caldera is recognized by the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization as a World Heritage Site.